It's just different.
Damn, bro, how far did we go? 30 minutes?
I told you, bro. When you get to talking, bro,
I'm saying,
just stop it that quick.
Nah, but what was the question again, bro?
How do you have how do you keep that mindset, that childlike mentality, where you're not just putting a ceiling on yourself, especially when it comes to, from where we come from? I feel like a lot of people think you can only just go to a Kansas school for college, or you can only do this. You can only play basketball. You can only play football. You can only be in the streets. How do you not have to put a ceiling on yourself?
Look, I gotta give credit because my answer to that straight up is
Because bro, you got out of school, you doing tattoos.
Yeah, bro.
You started your own brand.
My thing straight up is like just creative, bro, and just be creative. Like that's my favorite word recently, and it's because it doesn't just mean draw a picture. And like I learned that I was in, I cannot remember her name. It was in a class, and it was just like that was generally like you can practice that. You can practice being creative, like, and for me. I can remember time, like, bro, back in Grandma Carla's, anytime I was over there, I got an idea, and I'm, arts and crafts cutting something up. Sure. Bro, I made a whole wig out of a damn pipe cleaner and some bow ribbons, but then it's like, so go from that, and then, chopping it up with Ashley at 1 o'clock in the morning, bro, what if we could do this? What if the world was like, you know what I mean? It's just like, just expand, that thought, because most people would literally, you hit them with something like that, and it's like, no, that realistic mindset. And it's like, everything, bro, if you can think it, that shit's probably real, bro. Like, half the time, like, you got niggas that are, what if da-da-da-da. It's like, bro, you can't. Zach be doing that shit sometimes.
Is it like just, I don't want to say not taking no for an answer, but
pretty much.
Just like I said, childlike mentality where you don't think about what could go wrong. You just like.
And I want to clear that up because I feel like a lot of people get the word childlike to like a negative connotation.
It's not even
It's like a courageousness that a child.
Because a kid, bro, they'll hop off the top step, bro, and not even think twice about if I hit my head, I could break my arm. They don't give a damn.
Or you think about a kid like a kid and a stranger. They like, hey, like a kid, like you see a kid in the store, they waving at you and talking. Like, it's no fear, like.
But I feel like when you grow up, you start to get that you get other people's fears put on you, and then it's like, damn.
Yeah, that's really all it is, bro.
I can't do that.
I won't say that's all, but that's a lot to do with it. It's like, I mean, I really could just be, just this runt kid. But anyway, like I really do think it's just a matter of like.
So it's kind of
being
a happy
outside
medium,
the box, bro. Yeah, just being. There's not just one way to do something. Like
being realistic and being childlike. So you gotta find a happy medium.
Yeah, bro.
I don't know. I'm not that realistic, so to say. If you ask anybody, bro, I feel like a lot of these words are like subjective, and they put caps on your potential half the time, and it's like, well, let's be realistic about this. Okay, it's like you don't know nothing about me already, something yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, for sure, bro.
So creativity, bro. Just being creative. Like, I don't know any way to do it. Just. I hate saying that and then not being able to explain what that means, but it's just like, just think outside the box for real. So it's like, whatever your problem is, there's a solution, or there's another way, or there's a way around it, or there's, there's an alternative. There's always a way, and I've just personally never accepted not having a way,
For sure, bro.
And people would be like, because I've got, even now, like, finance is always one of them things. It's like, this man Terrell, keep his hand in it. Well, it's like, you know what I mean? Look, I'm at work. I work at Simmons, dog. I'm making dog food. I'm chopping it up with homie about vinyls on the back of his car. Bro, I got a Cricut that I used to make some of my shirts and sample. I can't make vinyls. Make homie a vinyl. Bro, I got somebody that wants this. That's a bag. Like, I'm now selling vinyls at work. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, there's and to find an opportunity, too. And it's like, boom, I got this opportunity to do this. Connections. And it's like, you connect with different people. You connect with like minds. But it's like, while at the same time, like.
Damn, bro, you just brought us a great point. And this is something that I'm learning now too, bro. Because I used to be that person that was real closed off. I didn't really want to talk to a lot of people. I thought I could do everything on my own. But now that I'm older, I'm realizing, like, bro, relationships are more important than, for say, money. You can have all the money in the world, but if you have no relationships with what you're trying to do, it don't mean nothing. You don't know nobody. You don't talk to nobody. It's just not gonna help you in the long run. So I'm starting to realize that, damn, bro, even though you don't feel like talking to this person at work, you still gotta talk to them, bro. You gotta have that relationship there. You may form a connection. You may find out, damn, we got something like that. I didn't even realize without even talking to him.
Or that's an opportunity.
Like he said at work, he talked to bro, hey, I like that vinyl on the back of your car. Oh, can you make a vinyl? Oh, I got this. Now he done made a connection. Now another person wants something. That's money.
Recently, that's what it's been.
You gotta form relationships.
Also, keep in mind everything that we just said, like, you know, the main points and like the takeaways. I feel like there's always gonna be somebody that's got something to say. Every single time, whether that be a family member, whether that be, you know, a side character, or side mission character, somebody you don't even know, bro. Like somebody's got something to say about what you're doing. It's like, whether you're finding the path with it, like don't let that, you know what I mean? Oh, he's not gonna get it. He's not gonna. Bro, when I started tattooing, it was like, bro, even my own homies, it was like, yeah, you know, I might hold off, you know, on getting a tattoo. And it's like, I mean, that's cool, bro. Whatever. It's just like, when I'm when I'm going crazy with this, don't expect, you know, no family discounts or whatever the hell, you know what I mean? Like, nah.
For sure, bro. I feel like there's always a box, man. Don't never let nobody put you in that box, man. I feel like it's up to you to let people put you in it or not.
Right.
You let somebody like, damn, you can't like that. Maybe I can't. There's always that box, bro. Do not let nobody put you in it. I feel like there's a battery or chip that people can put in your head, and just, if you let them do it,
it's that seed,
crank it
bro.
out.
That seed of doubt.
Look, as an example, bro, I don't have. Of all this conversation, you wouldn't look at me and be like, this nigga would be a nurse. I'm having conversations with chick. Oh yeah, I got off work and oh yeah, you couldn't do my job or whatever. The first thing I'm like, now I'm about to turn around and fucking go to nursing school. Nigga, like what? Yeah. Like just put that. Oh, you couldn't do this because it's like you're wrong. And it's like even I want to do tattoos for the rest of my life, and so it's like amongst every other thing else I'm doing.
So
but like
put you in that box.
But it's like right. I mean that was a while ago. But what I'm saying now is like I want to do tattoos. Cool. I'm tatted from the hands to the toes. But it's like I wanted to get something on my neck, and you got a lot of people, you know, even Mom Dukes, but like, you know, wear a turtleneck. You better hope you got my job. It's like, nah, like, what do you mean? Like, I don't feel, even, bro, it's like, if I wanted to go work your corporate job, this tattoo is not going to hold me back. I don't believe that's the case. Like, you might have something, oh, you know, that's the
I feel like that stigma kind of changes just a little bit. It's still there, but I feel like it's changing a little bit.
I feel like that's an unwritten rule.
I feel like I'm going to sell myself better than my tattoos sell me, you know what I mean? And so it's like, even, I don't care what, I mean, obviously, if I go back, you know, I'm probably even getting beat 50 years ago. But like, if I don't care, if I go in, you know, to Microsoft tomorrow, talk about, you know, I gotta obviously, you know what the hell I'm doing with the position, right? Yeah. I gotta be able to do my job. But it's like I truly am not gonna accept that, you know, this tattoo is gonna hold me from any opportunity or being successful or anything like that. So it's just kind of like that's what that battery in the head, nah.
Yeah, bro. I like that, especially like with unwritten rules like that. Like, oh, you can't have a tattoo. Like, now I do feel like, in my opinion, I feel like a face tattoo may be crazy, but that's besides the point. But I feel like when people put on these unwritten rules that I feel like older people get set in, that they kind of have like, I feel like they be shackled in the mind. Like this is one rule I completely like. It rubbed me the wrong way from the first time I heard it, and it still will to this day. Don't wear a hat in the building because it's disrespectful. And my first question was, disrespectful to who? Like, I come in here and I say, yes, ma'am, no, sir, to each and every one of you. I address you. I say nothing disrespectful. I hold the door for you when I walk in. So now I'm a disrespectful person because I decided to wear a hat. Please move around with that. Like, I feel like that's terrible logic, and I feel like people can get stuck in their ways, and I feel like that is definitely an old head mindset.
But nobody, that's the thing, bro. Nobody ever question the rules. They just went.
I'm a person that will question it. I die.
Bro, that's I was gonna say a couple things. Run off of that. Respect, disrespect. I gotta say it to remember it. But then, what did you just say, real quick? Because I have
question the rules.
Question the rules. People never question anything. I ask questions about everything, and it's like, ask why, bro. For real. Like, if you don't understand, then it's like I'll even be at work, and it's like, Simmons will sell, I might get fired for whatever, nigga. Simmons will sell this, you know, family mindset team, whatever, boom. Most workplaces will be like, you know, we're a team in this and this. Yeah. It's like, cool, we got, you know, a chain of command, and you tell me to do something, I'm asking you why. You know, I got to understand what the overall goal is because we're a team. You can't play basketball. Give me the ball, nigga, for what? Hold up. You know what I mean? Like, if you asking questions, you trying to understand, you're actively trying to understand what's going on, and you better yourself, in my opinion, at the end of the day with that. Disrespect. Let me run off with that too. I feel like, so I use a lot of like, I don't know if I did here, I cuss a lot, just in general. And like the way I talk and whatever, and it's like, I'm not cussing at you or anybody, I just say these words. But like, I'll be at work and I get this woman, she's our lead, and she'll be like, oh, you know, be respectful, please. I'm like, you know, I'm not I told her, I'm not disrespecting you. I'm like, you know, this is my way to communicate. You've got your way to communicate.
It's
and
then
vernacular.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, bro, somebody's gonna be offended by everything. You can be like, hello, and I'm like, oh, you know, you don't really know me. I'm not that. And so it's like, you know, it's some might say it's a slippery slope, whatever, bro. That is like, I'm communicating. I'm not. You might feel some type of way about it, but it's just like, cool. Now let me nitpick the way you were talking at me. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, bro. I feel like that what he said. Somebody's always gonna be offended, and I feel like, yeah, somebody will always find that offense to something. Like, I'm not like, when it comes to simple logic, like how a person speaks. Now, if he was in there like, fuck you, I'm about to beat your ass, this, that, and the third, that's crazy. But if it's just how someone talks, I feel like they can relax with that.
Oh,
wearing a hat,
you know what I mean?
a tattoo. Like, I feel like how people dress, I feel like we're definitely in a day and age where times are changing and people are kind of stretching their minds. We still got that, the shackle to the mind, man, where people is like, nah, you can't do that. You can't wear your hat inside. Don't tie your shoe like that. Don't walk with a limp. Don't do this. It's just like, come on now. Don't wear a purple. Don't wear a blue. Like, come on. Like, everybody's gonna have a problem with something. And I feel like nowadays, this is the time where, like, hey, I'm gonna challenge it. If I feel like that's something goofy, nah, I'm not going for it.
Look, I'm gonna spark y'all a new episode. Cause speaking of that,
bro.
I mean, we can wrap that. I mean, that you got all the Blackmouse.
Bro.
You got all that stuff.
Shout out Blackmouse, bro.
You got all the questions and everything.
It's a great episode. One more, bro. You got a daughter now, bro. A new addition to the fam.
The little mouse mini.
It's our little cousin, but
number 9.
We all grew up so close. Our cousins, it's kind of like we brothers and sisters, low key.
No cap.
So it's kind of like my niece a little bit, but it's my little cousin to be real. But her nickname is Rondo.
Number 9.
Rondo.
Tough. It's gonna stick for sure, I believe. But
Rondo, fill me in, bro. Help me out.
Number 9.
Her middle name is 9.
Or Sky. Yeah.
Rajon Rondo, NBA player.
Okay,
His number was 9.
Rondo.
So I feel like Rondo.
She probably won't like that. I ain't gonna lie. She ain't gonna like that.
Maybe, I don't know. It's on these guys.
So wait, what's her full name?
Isla Sky 9 Jackson.
Okay.
A mouthful, no cap.
Sky 9?
Sky hyphen 9.
That's hard,
9
bro.
is N-Y-N-E. It's German for the word now. I like the number. Bro, it all came together somehow. Because I just really like the number 9. I got 3s on my fingers. 3 is the base number. That's my favorite number. Or 9 is the favorite number, my bad. 3 is just a number I see a lot. But the 3 threes add up to 9. And so it's like, just 9's been around for a minute. I'm like, okay.
That's hard.
I fuck with Black heavy. He named his daughter Six. This is where it came from. SYX. And I'm like, I joked about it. I was like, 9. NYNE. You know, like, I'm not really trying to mean nothing. But it's like, you know, I'm doing read. It just keeps popping up. I'm like, okay, yeah, nah. So it's stuck. But go ahead, bro. Rondo.
Nah, bro, but yeah, that's her nickname. But how has that transition been for you? And how has your life changed since she's arrived?
I feel like I grew up. I'm still growing up, but I feel like just I was forced to mature a little bit faster than some of the people my age. And so it's like, okay, you know, taking care of yourself and whatever, that didn't seem hard. You know, then you get to college, and then a lot of people are like, oh, you know, why are you so, this is so chill, and you're not bugging about whatever. And I a lot of times I use my dogs because I might raise them for puppies. It's like, I try to find similarities. People will be like, as a parent, no, that's not the same, whatever. But like, I don't know, bro. I just feel like, I just think I'm adaptable. And that's another, like, my words for Blackmouse used to be adapt, focus, and survive. I got rid of focus because it's like, but I say adapt a lot. But I say survive a lot. The main goal, the main thing is to survive. And so it's like, in order to survive, you gotta focus. You gotta adapt to whatever the hell's going on, and just be adaptable. And I think that's pretty much, you know, okay, boom. Like the minute I found out, it was like facts. I just quit Simmons. This was because I'm like, bet I gotta graduate, so I had another semester. I had just quit. Found out, boom. Okay, first thing, you know, finances in my mind. We're in a world where money runs everything. So I gotta grind somehow. And then now the mindset is like she's here, and so it's like, I don't feel like I'm living for myself. I'm not living for myself. You know what I mean? So it's like everything, which might be an interesting mindset, but every one of my moves now is like boom. So it's like, I've got to be successful and do everything that I'm doing, so that she can see that. So first of all, so she can have everything she needs to, and you know, just be there, and I can provide and do, you know, what I'm supposed to be good at. But like, my overall goal, I be saying this all the time, is like, I'm just trying to be the dopest dad. Like, for her to be like, yeah, that's my dad, you know, like I wanted a motor. I pull her up on a motorcycle. My dad drove me to school on a motorcycle today, type shit. You know, he's a tattoo artist. Got this, da da da. Yeah, my dad. You know what I mean? And so I just think being adaptive or adaptable that's the word I want to write.
Adapt.
Just to adapt, bro. And I adapted, and I'm still adapting. And you know, like I said, still growing, still learning.
Hey, bro, adapt is a key word, bro. I don't want to take this back to school too much, but Charles Darwin, bro.
Charles Darwin,
bro. The finches, bro. If you're not able to adapt, you're not gonna make it. So survival of the fittest, bro.
What's what they say about the? It's not the lion that survives. It's not the toughest animal. It's the animal that can adapt and survive.
Yeah, you can't.
And I feel like kind of to tie it back to school a little bit. When you're a senior, everybody tells you got to do this, you got to do that. This is the blueprint. And when it becomes a father, like I seen you a little bit, people was like, Terrell, bro, this what you do. Terrell, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. But ain't no blueprint for becoming a parent. You just gotta do it.
Hey, bro, that's true.
I've learned,
and that's the hardest job on earth.
I've learned to filter what people, you know, everybody got something to say.
Cause everybody got advice.
Yeah, but what's that like, bro? When you have your kid, I know you got, I know all the uncles, I know all the aunts, and
we got a lot of family.
And your mom got a lot of friends. How many people was like? What was it like for you just hearing like? Were you just like, all right, bro, please move around, or you just like?
I mean, for real, it's like I said, you filter it, you take what you can, whatever you. Uncle Trenton said something to me about, you know, there's no blueprint, whatever, but like
everybody got the
off rip, bro. Like someone like, oh, you're supposed. You this, or it goes, you don't know until it happens, you know, you just adapt to the situation. And I handled that shit well, I handled change well, I feel like. And so it's like, you know, oh, this happens, I'm pretty reactive. Oh, boom, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. So it's like, you know, you can tell me, oh, prepare for this and
nobody really can tell you.
Right, like you don't know.
Make
like
it easy.
The only moment is right now, bro. So if you, right now, you know, she's hungry, obviously, boom, bottle, you know what I mean? But it's like, oh, in the future, like, what are you gonna do when she's hungry in high school or bathroom? Nigga, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not there. Like that's not irrelevant, but it's essentially irrelevant. You know what I mean?
It's not privy to the moment, right? I feel like that gotta be tough because me personally, when 1,001 people are talking at me, it's just like, hey, everybody shut up. I don't want to hear it right now. Like, please move around.
Please
like,
move.
I feel like
if I start saying that, y'all know why.
Like, I don't know, just like hearing people talk because everybody has an answer, especially when it comes to parenting. You got a lot of people that feel they did it the right way, and to be honest, there's really no right way.
There's no perfect parent,
there's
no right way to parent.
There's no right way.
That's like saying, bro.
But there's a wrong way. Let's keep it above.
All right, look, I'm gonna parent my iPhone, right? And I'm gonna program it.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the same every single time. But it's like, you look different, I look different. We got different. You know, it's different. It's always gonna be different. Y'all brothers. Y'all different. That's the same. You know, the same litter. Two niggas from the same litter. It's like it's so parent, right? It's like you can't parent from a blueprint like you can reading instructions to program
no book.
And even we learned about this in psychology class. Like,
it's a code, bro.
We were learning about different parenting styles, and they were like, "Is there one that's better than the other?" And I said, to be honest, I don't think none of these are even legit for real. For real though.
For real.
You can have 3 kids. Each kid's different. One kid you can't yell at. Another kid you can. It's not gonna bother them. There's so much different. I feel like there's a lot of nuances that go into being a parent. And I feel like when people try to come up there and you gotta do this, you gotta do that. I mean, you can't tell this man right here what to do with his child because he has to learn on his own. I mean, Drake said the best advice that he got from his mom was don't take advice. I feel like you can take that for what it is.
Like part of my for the longest, I would my form and my way to adapt and to get along with everybody was like, oh, you know, gossip. People gossiping, yo, advice here, advice this. And it's like now, bro, like I could talk a lot, and for sure, but it's like my favorite thing to do, bro, is listen. And people are like, you know, I listen to situations or whatever, but it's like, and I might have something to say, but it's like I'm never gonna give you advice. Like I'm not gonna say I'm never gonna give you advice, but it's like I don't like to give advice out because it's like,
I feel what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Like,
because
it's like I'm telling you that, this is the way you're supposed to do it, but it's like, nah, that's not the case. I can point out and be like, oh, you know, your situation is this, you know, okay.
Once again, I want to say thank you to the big cuzzo Terrell Jackson, aka Mr. Blackmouse, aka the Jack of all trades.
Bro, I really appreciate you being the first guest on my podcast. That really means a lot to me, dog, and I'm never going to forget that. But before I get into all that, I just want to say make sure y'all tap in with bro on Instagram at blackmouse.inc. Go follow. Make sure you add him on Snapchat at tattedbyt. And then make sure you text that booking number to get your tattoos now. 620-412-3413. Before I get into what I learned in this episode, I just wanted to say I'm proud of you, bro, for the man that you're becoming. And yeah, bro, I'm just proud of you. But in this episode, I really learned. First off, I always wonder, like, where did bro come up with Blackmouse? How did that come about? In this episode, we got to touch on that. And just to know the meaning and the thought that you put behind that is amazing. So, as you guys know, Blackmouse, in Terrell's words, was that everybody's out here, we're just all mice, out here trying to survive, out here trying to get it. So you can't really knock the next man's grind. Also, always question everything that you hear. Don't just blindly follow rules. And I can appreciate somebody that thinks that way. And I'm going to implement that to my own life. This is a great first episode. And until next time, we out.